It would explode and destroy all of New York City, parts of Connecticut, and New Jersey. This is one of the greatest mysteries in all of physics.
We are going to explore one of the most fascinating phenomena that scientists have been talking about today. In only 2 weeks, Betelgeuse, the gigantic red supergiant star in the Orion constellation, may burst into a supernova, and everyone's main concern is what that implies for those of us who live on Earth. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic display that is visible during the day for weeks or months, making it more than just a typical space event. We are discussing one of the biggest explosions that mankind has ever experienced. What then might this signify for science? What can we anticipate? And what can we do about it, if anything? Even the renowned physicist Michio Kaku has chimed in with his predictions, raising intriguing questions about the implications of such an explosion. If you're ready to explore the fascinating possibility of Betelgeuse going supernova, stick with us till the end. This is going to be an unforgettable cosmic journey. Betelgeuse is a well-known star that you can see shining brightly in the Orion constellation, marking Orion's right shoulder. It's a massive red supergiant star that is nearing the end of its life. To give you an idea of its size, if Betelgeuse were placed at the center of our solar system, it would stretch beyond the orbit of Jupiter. Recently, Betelgeuse has been acting oddly. Its brightness has been changing a lot over the past few years, which has led scientists to think it might be getting ready to explode as a supernova. If Betelgeuse does explode, it could light up the night sky so brightly that it would be as bright as the full moon and even visible during the day. This would be an incredible sight for people everywhere. But it's not just a beautiful display. Supernovas are extremely powerful and release huge amounts of energy. In late 2019 and early 2020, Betelgeuse started to dim dramatically, leading scientists to wonder if it had already exploded. Fortunately, it hadn't, but this unusual behavior showed how close we might be to seeing its final explosion. Recently, Betelgeuse's brightness changes have made some experts think that it could go supernova very soon, possibly in just a few weeks. If it does explode, it could create the brightest light ever seen from Earth, outshining all other stars and lasting for weeks or even months. However, this exciting event comes with some important considerations. According to physicist Michio Kaku, while the explosion would be an amazing sight, it could also bring some challenges for life on Earth. When Betelgeuse goes supernova, it will unleash an enormous amount of energy, including gamma rays, cosmic rays, and shock waves. While scientists have long estimated that it might explode in about 100,000 years, recent studies suggest it could happen much sooner, within a few decades. This is due to the star being in the late stages of carbon burning, which typically lasts around 1,000 years. Once the carbon fuel is exhausted, the star will collapse and explode. These powerful forces could potentially affect Earth's atmosphere. Now, you might be thinking, should I be worried? Is this going to cause some kind of cosmic disaster? Let's break it down. Betelgeuse is about 640 light-years away, which is good news because it means we won't experience the full impact of its gamma rays when it goes supernova. If it were closer, we could face serious problems, as gamma rays could harm Earth's biosphere. However, physicist Michio Kaku warns that the radiation from the explosion could still disrupt our planet. For example, high radiation levels might interfere with satellite systems, affecting GPS, communication networks, and electrical grids. Imagine your GPS sending you to the wrong place because of a star exploding. There's also the concern of cosmic rays. These rays are even more dangerous than gamma rays because they can get through Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere. People who fly frequently or live at high altitudes could be at a higher risk of radiation exposure. But before we all start panicking, there's a silver lining to the story. The explosion of Betelgeuse would be a scientific jackpot. This could be the closest supernova ever seen in recorded human history and provide the answers to some of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos. By closely examining the explosion, scientists would be able to obtain priceless information about how stars explode, how stellar evolution occurs, and how these cosmic occurrences change entire galaxies. Astrophysics would never be the same after this. Scientists could get a revolutionary understanding of supernovae, which are the source of many heavy metals on Earth, such as the iron in your blood and the gold in your jewelry, by witnessing the explosion of Betelgeuse. Yes, that's right. The atoms in our bodies were created in the hearts of exploding stars like Betelgeuse. So what happens after Betelgeuse explodes? Well, that depends on its mass. Betelgeuse could collapse into a neutron star, which is an extremely dense entity composed almost entirely of neutrons and has a mass comparable to that of the Sun, but squeezed into a region only a few kilometers across, if it is on the lower end of the mass spectrum. On the other hand, Betelgeuse might collapse into a black hole if it is more enormous than anticipated. You read correctly. A black hole. Imagine being present for the close-up birth of one of the universe's most mysterious objects. Scientists could identify the formation of a black hole by observing gravitational waves and X-rays released when material from the star falls into the black hole. This would be an incredible chance to learn more about one of the universe's most enigmatic entities. The Betelgeuse explosion may be the catalyst for significant developments in high-energy astrophysics. Neutrino observatories would be on high alert to collect neutrinos, tiny, practically massless particles that could yield important insights into the processes happening inside Betelgeuse as it explodes. Examples of these observatories are Super Kamiokande in Japan and the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica. Additionally, the explosion of Betelgeuse would present a unique chance to study gravitational waves and the magnetic fields generated by supernovae. Scientists could witness gamma and X-ray bursts from a magnetar, an unusual kind of neutron star, which would shed light on the extraordinary physics governing these cosmic phenomena. But after the initial explode, science will continue to advance. For decades, if not centuries, researchers will continue to examine Betelgeuse's leftovers, which include the gas, dust, and heavy components released into space. This stuff will combine to form a nebula, a gas cloud that may eventually give rise to new stars and planetary systems? Who knows? Perhaps future planets produced from Betelgeuse's leftovers in a few million years will even support life. Additionally, this explosion would expand our knowledge of the chemical ingredients necessary for life. We could discover more about the distribution of elements like carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen throughout the universe by examining the materials that Betelgeuse ejected. This knowledge would be helpful in the hunt for extraterrestrial life. One thing is certain as we watch for Betelgeuse's impending explosion: nothing lasts forever in this ever-evolving world. The stars that we see in the night sky are dynamic beings who are living their lives and occasionally exploding in spectacular displays of cosmic force. The supernova that Betelgeuse produced would be a potent reminder that, despite our progress in technology, we are still inextricably linked to the natural world. The components that comprise our bodies are produced and destroyed by the same processes that form stars. Therefore, if Betelgeuse explodes in 2 weeks, it will serve as a sobering reminder of the wonder, strength, and unpredictable nature of the universe, rather than just being a scientific discovery or a breathtaking visual spectacle. What do you think? How would the explosion of Betelgeuse change your perspective on the universe and our place in it? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates.